So when you look at monopoly, we saw there are pros and cons of monopoly. We saw monopoly was resulting in higher prices and lower output, except for the case यहाँ पे we saw there was sort of economies of scale happening. Otherwise, monopoly we saw was allocatively and productively inefficient. So how do you control monopoly? And there are many ways we want to talk about it. The first way we want to talk about how we control monopoly is through laws and regulations. Like sometimes you can actually make monopoly follow laws. If it's polluting, you can basically make sure that it doesn't pollute. If it's doing something which is anti-competitive, for example, if it lowers the price significantly below the market price, you can also sort of put fines on them so that they don't do any anti-competitive practice. A good example of this is that Microsoft, for example, started giving with its operating system a lot of things for free, and they started doing it more so when new, for example, companies were starting. Like एक बड़ा example ये है कि like the browser that you use to search, there was a time when firms were actually charging a price for it. And when Microsoft started to give Internet Explorer for free with the Windows, your all other explorers started to all other browsers started to go out of market. Now that's what we call an anti-competitive practice. And if you're doing that, there could be government can come and fine you to make sure you don't do that. So one of the ways that you can control the monopoly is through what we call through laws and regulation. Okay. Another example is through price control, and I want to talk about price control now. Basically, let's just look at this diagram, guys. In fact, I want to draw the diagram. So one of the ways you can do is price control. So in AS we did some price controls. So this is number two, price controls. In AS we did some price controls like maximum price and minimum price. यहाँ पे monopoly जो है वो over price charge कर रही है, remember, so we need to do something close to like a maximum price for this monopoly. Let's say if this is my demand curve, okay, and let's say this is my MR for monopoly. Now monopoly does what we call MC equals to MR, right? So monopoly does MC equals to MR. Monopoly charges price where MC equals to MR. They are charging, let's say, PM price for QM, right? And because of this, by the way, अगर perfect competition होता तो perfect competition यहाँ charge कर रहा होता, right? Perfect competition would have been charging at point X. So ये dead weight loss भी हो रहा है आपका. So आप एक काम कर सकते हैं, you can, as a government, you can force monopoly to charge a price which is a control price. What if I make monopoly say you can only charge a control price, let's say PX, and I set that price PX here. I'll say you can only charge this price PX. Okay, in a way, you can't see this, guys. Sorry, there is. Yeah, now you can see it. So you make the monopoly charge a price PX. So in a way, you're making it basically force a price like this one. Okay, when you force a price like this one, what will happen, guys? What will happen now will be that the monopoly will be forced to charge a lower price. But an important thing that you need to understand is this, that when you make the price to be this, monopoly is told you can only charge PX, and nothing else, would mean this will become the new MR. Are you all with me? Remember हमने perfect competition जब किया था, हमने कहा था perfect competition में अगर मैं बोलूँ आपको demand curve ये होता है. If I say this is my demand curve, this demand curve will become my new price, which is going to be my new MR, which is going to be my new AR. So in short, guys, when the government says that you will only charge this price and nothing else, this becomes my new MR, which means not only the price will become PX, but your profit maximization, which is happening at MC equals to MR, will happen here. Now MC equals to MR happens here, which means now the monopoly will be asked to also automatically will be producing this QX. Are you all with me? When the government, in short, when the government makes the firm to charge a regulated price, they are effectively, let me try to write this, that they are, the government effectively changes the demand and MR of the firm. Make sense, guys? So the demand or MR of the firm is changing in this case. So the price is going down, the quantity is going up. Does that make sense, everyone? So first thing is control price. So control price is like a maximum price, and when you charge this price, you are basically changing the price. So profit maximization was pehle happening at point A, right? Now profit maximization is happening at point X. So you've changed the price and you've changed the quantity for the firm. Make sense, guys? I want to show you the text before we move on, but is there any question before we move on? This is for price control only, yes. So look at this, guys. The government could set a price lower than profit maximizing price. This has the effect of changing the AR and MR of the monopolist with a fixed price, and I came up with a PG price. मैंने कहा कि अगर फिक्स प्राइस PG होती, और मैंने एक और जानबूझ के ये किया है कि मैंने जानबूझ के इसको I didn't make this as my control price. I didn't make this as my control price. I made basically my control price to be this one, a little lower. Okay, if this becomes my new control price, this will be my new MR. Now MC is equal to MR is happening here, which means price will go down and the quantity will go up slightly. Make sense? So it all depends on what the government believes to be the right price. Ideally, they should go for P equals to MC. Guys, ideally they should go for P equals to MC, because P equals to MC is, why P equals to MC is better? Why this point is better? Anyone? Anyone, why is this P equals to MC better? Very good job. Hunain, it's allocatively efficient. Good job. It is allocatively efficient because that will be allocatively efficient, which means no deadweight losses. All these deadweight losses will go away. So ideally we should do P equals to MC, which is what I did in this diagram, but they could choose anything. Government की मर्जी, वो बोले हमारी मर्जी, हम कुछ भी कर सकते हैं, कोई हमें रोकने वाला नहीं है. Nobody can stop us. So P equals to MC could be the ideal point. So, but the idea goes this, that the government can basically make the monopoly charge a different price, and once they force the demand, once they force the price, they effectively change the demand curve of the monopoly. Okay, are we good, guys? Make sense? Any question before we move on? Are we happy with price controls? Awesome. Awesome, guys. So let's move on to the third one, which is called marginal cost pricing. So marginal cost pricing kya hoti hai? When the monopolist is told, so number 3, to charge P equals to MC. And we saw P equals to MC is allocatively efficient. Make sense? So there's one advantage is that it is allocatively efficient. But there's another advantage is this, that it can actually make a lot of people happy when you are charging allocative efficient point. And I want to show you this through the diagram. So let's draw the diagram of P equals to MC as the third price that the government can charge, make the monopolist charge to make them allocatively efficient, right? Okay, and let's draw ATC here as well. Okay, now if the firm is making supernormal profit, guys, अगर firm supernormal profit कर रही होगी, तो वो कहाँ charge करेंगे? The answer is they will charge at the point where MC equals to MR. Monopoly की अगर अपनी मर्जी होगी तो they will make QM and they will charge a price PM. Make sense? So that would be point A. If you want to make them allocatively efficient, remember demand is your price, which is equal to AR. So if you want to make them allocatively efficient, you can tell them, okay, please charge P equals to MC. P equals to MC charge करने का मतलब ये है कि now the price will be P1, or let's call it PX, and the quantity will be QX. Right? Now, what's the advantage of this price? And the answer is, if you are profit maximizer, you only make monopoly happy. But if you are looking at this price, guys, this price is good for other stakeholders as well. Who are the other stakeholders we're looking at? They are, of course, shareholders, right? Shareholders would say follow MC equals to MR, because they will be like jitna profit utna better. But the other stakeholders are very good. Consumers, anyone else? Employees could be another one, guys. Government, good job. Yeah, and maybe, I mean, I would say suppliers. Yeah, pressure groups could be, like part of this world. But look at this. When you are allocatively efficient, in this case, if you're allocatively efficient and you charge at point B, where price is equal to MC, number one is this, that will the consumers be happy? Guys, will the consumers be happy if you charge that price? So yes, I'm going to put a tick here. When you say yes, I'm going to put a tick. Why? Because the price is lower. Will the government be happy? And the answer is yes, because it is allocatively efficient. The government will be happy as well. And consumers will be happy, by the way, because allocative efficiency यहाँ पे maximum हो रही है. Your consumer surplus is maximum where P equals to MC, right? The consumers are happy. Employees will also be happy because look at this, you're producing more, right? So one could argue this, that even employees will be happy because production level is going up. So will be suppliers, because of course when you're producing more, you are going to get more from the suppliers. So in a way, one could argue this, that when you are charging prices, when you're charging prices equal to MC. By the way, at price equals to MC, is the firm making any profit? Anyone? Is the firm making any profit? No, not normal profit and not maximum profit. Guys, they're not making maximum profit at this point. Price is at B, price is greater than ATC, which means we are making supernormal profits. So they are supernormal profits, but not maximum profits, because ATC is here, right? So we are making some profit. This profit is like this much, but not maximum profit. So in a way where even shareholders will be not disappointed, but will be kind of like satisfied. So when we look at this supernormal profit, uh, when we look at this, we are making many stakeholders happy. अगर MC equals to MR करोगे तो सिर्फ शेयर होल्डर्स आपके खुश होंगे, बाकी लोग खुश नहीं होंगे, बिकॉज प्राइस भी बड़ी होगी, क्वांटिटी भी कम होगी और allocatively inefficient होगा. But marginal cost pricing can make, and that's why sometimes we call marginal cost profit as sometimes it could be satisficing profit. Satisfying profit means it is satisfying many stakeholders. Got it? Does that make sense? I agree with you, Zamin. Employees का बड़ा tricky है. Employees का it all depends on what the incentive structure is. You know, it could be a function of sales. It could be a function of profits. So employees pe bare mein, I would agree with you that we can't really say for sure whether employees will benefit ultimately or not. But you're right about this. Exactly. Wage rate पे या bonuses पे सब पे discuss depend करता है. You know what I mean? So it could be one could argue this that it may not necessarily work for in the favor of employees all the time. Okay, guys, there's only one thing I want to talk about here. जब हम ये analysis कर रहे होते हैं marginal cost pricing may not work. Let me write this here. Marginal, and I want you guys to copy this as well. Marginal cost pricing may not work in the case of natural monopoly. So अगर आप natural monopoly हैं तो उसमें it may not work. And I want to show you where what do we do then? And let me write this. We use average cost pricing then. Okay, so I want to talk about natural monopoly and average cost pricing now with you guys. Am I good to move on? Are we good to move on? Yeah? Okay, great. So what is average cost pricing? Average cost pricing is simply the idea that when you look at natural monopoly, guys, natural monopoly का diagram इस तरह होता है. और ये MCQs में भी बड़ा आता है. It comes a lot in MCQ, so makes sense for us to talk about this. So if you have a natural monopoly, the demand curve is like this. Marginal cost is going down continuously. I'm sorry, average cost is going down continuously. हमने बोला था natural monopoly by definition is one. जिसका long run ATC is continuously falling. इसको मैं LRAC लिख देता हूँ. Which means long run average cost is like this, which means the firm is is experiencing economies of scale throughout the length of the demand curve. Make sense? So throughout the length of the demand curve, you are achieving economies of scale. So there is this idea कि अगर मैं यहाँ पे marginal cost pricing कर दूँ, ठीक है, जैसे कि इलेक्ट्रिक का ग्राफ है, उसको बोलूँ यार marginal cost pricing करो और average cost pricing मत करो. Marginal cost में क्या होता है? We remember this important thing that we did in cost वाला chapter में. When your average is going down, your margin is below. Make sense? But when your average starts to rise, your margin is above. So if I have a falling LRAC, my marginal cost is probably below, and then it later on meets your average cost. So if you make them, guys, if you say, okay, this monopoly should do marginal cost pricing. So this is my marginal cost, right? So when the average cost is going down, guys, remember, When the average cost is going down, marginal is below this. So marginal cost is below. So if you make them do marginal cost pricing, they will be charging at point, let's do the color like this one. They will be charging P1. ओके के इलेक्ट्रिक को बोला अगर आपने P1 चार्ज करो और मार्जिनल कॉस्ट प्राइसिंग करो and let's call it this point as A. So at A, P equals to MC, which is allocatively efficient, right? Why is this problematic? Why P is equal to MC problematic here? कुछ बता सकता है? Somebody can tell me. I can zoom this diagram as well. Why is P equals to MC not a reasonable price to charge? एवरेज को ज्यादा, वेरी गुड उमर, एवरेज को ज्यादा इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? आर वी मेकिंग अ लॉस? आर वी मेकिंग अ लॉस एट पी इक्वल्स टू एमसी? एग्जैक्टली। के इलेक्ट्रिक को बोलेंगे अगर आप कि यार एक काम करो, मेक Q1, बट वो बोलेगा Q1 पे तो मेरा लॉस हो रहा है. So then what can you do if you really want it to produce at P equals to MC? What can you do to to cover for loss? Guys, what can we do for cover for loss? What can we do to make them cover for provide some? Very good, Hunan. You are super smart, my friend. That's a very good. Provide subsidy. Either आप बोलो make a loss and we will give you subsidy, or you can say okay, don't make a loss. So at P equals to MC, at A price is less than ATC. But at B, let's call it B, at B, your price is equal to ATC. Make sense? Which means normal profit. Are you guys with me? Does that make sense? Any questions? Okay, so नेचुरल मोनोपोली के केस में कभी कभार हम इजाज़त दे देते हैं कि यार नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट कमा लो और P equals to ATC कर लो, यानी प्राइस will go to P2 और quantity will go to Q2. So higher price, lower quantity. Only in the case of natural monopoly. Otherwise, इस केस में we may need to provide subsidy. Make sense, guys? So they could be. I agree with you, हुनैन. मैंने बनाया नहीं है क्योंकि डायग्राम को ना अगर इनलास्टिक कर देता तो बड़ा मुश्किल से ये सारी चीजें दिखाना पड़ती. समझ आ रही है? इसको दिखाने के लिए ज़रूरी था थोड़ा सा फ्लैट किस्म का डायग्राम बनाने का ताकि सारी चीज़ें हो जाए. बात बिल्कुल सही है आपकी, इनलास्टिक होगा डिमांड का, लेकिन ये फिर मुख्तलिफ चीज़ें जो पॉइंट्स हैं ये दिखाने के लिए ज़रूरी था कि डिमांड कर्व को थोड़ा सा फ्लैट बना लूँ ताकि ये पॉइंट्स लिख सकें. मेक सेंस? बट आई बी हैप्पी विद दिस गाइस. सो एवरेज कॉस्ट प्राइसिंग की एक चीज़ पढ़ लेते हैं बिफोर आई मूव ऑन. दैट in the case of falling average cost, which is a natural monopoly where MC is below AC, right? Marginal cost pricing may result in the natural monopoly to incur losses. As you can see, इधर loss बन रहा है. The monopoly may eventually shut down. In this case, the government may allow the average cost pricing to control monopoly, right? So at A, price is equal to ATC and price is greater than MC, therefore firm makes a normal profit, right? At B, price is less than average cost, but price is equal to MC, therefore monopolist makes an economic loss. I should say makes a normal profit. Make sense, guys? Are we good? Any questions? So this is the discussion for today that we just talked about today, guys. Um, if you have any question, please let me know. Tomorrow what we'll do is हम monopoly और price discrimination इंशाल्लाह करेंगे और सारे cases करने की कोशिश करेंगे और फिर उसके बाद वाली क्लास में हम advantages and disadvantages of प्राइस डिस्क्रिमिनेशन को ख़त्म कर देंगे होपफुली। वो हमारी आखिरी डिस्कशन होगी। तो कल हम कोशिश करते हैं कि किसी तरह अगर मोनोपली की प्राइस डिस्क्रिमिनेशन ख़त्म कर दें तो विल बी डन विद मोनोपली। दिस इज़ द लास्ट पार्ट, मोनोपली का डिस्कशन लास्ट पार्ट है। इसके बाद हमारे पास नेक्स्ट चैप्टर जिसमें ओलिगोपोली है वो है, वो भी वो अगले हफ्ते कवर करने की कोशिश करते हैं ताकि हम मंथ ऑफ दिसंबर में हम कोशिश करें कि बिकॉज आज क्या तारीख है, आज है 23 नवंबर, ठीक है। सो 23 नवंबर का मतलब ये है कि हमारे पास if I can get back to you guys, so basically we have this week and next week, and does anyone have an idea when the midterms are happening? Any idea, guys? 14 to 19. So we have 3 weeks. So we have 3 weeks left, which means we might need to have some extra classes built in somewhere. So एक काम करता हूँ मैं, इस फ्राइडे को एक एक्स्ट्रा क्लास रखते हैं for all the A2s. What works for you guys? What time works for you if I keep an extra class? Guys, does 9 a.m. work for you for Friday extra class? Yeah? No? Hunain, what else can work for you guys? कोई एक अच्छा सा टाइम में 9 बजे ले लें अगर, तो सबका हो जाएगा भला, मेरा भी भला हो जाएगा। 9 से 10 एक क्लास रख लेंगे, या 9 से 10:30 एक क्लास रख लेंगे, ताकि 1.5 घंटे की क्लास रख लें, या तो उसमें बड़ी आसानी हो जाएगी हमारी, एक एक्स्ट्रा क्लास हो जाए, ठीक है। तो दिस फ्राइडे लेट्स कीप वन, ताकि हम लोग ना ये चैप्टर ख़त्म करके हम लोग एक वी कैन डू मोनोपोली वाला चैप्टर। वो जितनी जल्दी ख़त्म होगा फिर हमारे पास लेबर मार्केट के लिए अच्छा टाइम रह जाएगा। वी विल हैव देन 3 वीक्स। इस हफ्ते अगर हम लोग 2 चैप्टर मुका दें, ख़त्म कर दें, तो दैट विल बी अ नाइस थिंग टू डू, ठीक है। सो प्लीज़ फैक्टर इन what you call it, extra class this week, okay? The syllabus of midterm would include labor market also. So अभी हम labor market से 2 चैप्टर दूर हैं। ये चैप्टर खत्म होगा, उसके बाद 2 चैप्टर्स हैं, ये चैप्टर और लेबर मार्केट 2 चैप्टर रह जाएंगे। इम्परफेक्ट कंपटीशन और लेबर मार्केट, so that's what is coming to labor market, ठीक है। Thank you everyone, have a good one, take care of yourself, okay guys, bye bye everyone.